How much cash should you have at startup? So that's a great question for a couple of reasons, right? When you are starting trading, I want you to do a few things in this order. First, come up with a plan, just a plan. Second, start paper trading that plan. Whatever your plan is, start paper trading that plan. That plan needs to be rules based, needs to be specific, needs to be measurable and quantifiable. This is not, well, you know what? This guy was talking about hymns or Palantir or the other thing on YouTube. I should buy that stock. That's not a plan. That is not a plan. That's a hope and a dream. All right. We're not here for hopes and dreams. We're here about following plans. Create a plan and start paper trading that plan. After you have successfully implemented that plan, I want you to start using what's called a Monte Carlo simulator. Now, I believe I have one handy. Yes. You can Google free Monte Carlo simulators. You can probably get ChatGPT to do it for you, whatever the case is. After you have created that plan, after you've paper traded it, after you've back tested it, after you have proven with data, and the only way you can do this is with data, by the way, that you can follow that plan and that it fits your lifestyle. This is really important. If it doesn't fit your lifestyle, it's not going to work, right? I've tried to day trade on multiple occasions. I've made money, I've lost money, but basically what I've also lost is hair off the top of my head and years off my life from day trading. I am not a day trader. I was not built for the amount of excitement, and not in a good way, right? I don't want that anxiety. I don't want that excitement. I don't want to be walking into a casino every day and hoping for the best. I am an investor. I will take strategic investments and I will wait for that to play out. I don't want to be doing this all day, right? My lifestyle design is not to be sat in front of screens all day. Yours may be, and you do you, but for me, no way. So you've created a plan, you've back tested it, you have data, and you figured out something that works with your lifestyle design. Go into a Monte Carlo simulator, and I'll throw my numbers in here just for fun for 2025. Hold tight. All right. So these are my returns so far this year. Now, I did suffer a decent losing streak, and it hurt me pretty bad. And that's the mother of all invention, right? The reason that we found some new data points is because I suffered through this losing streak right here. And I thought to myself, where am I going wrong? Is there some data point that I already have that I'm not acknowledging? And the answer was yes, right? Now I'm still up over 20% for the year, so I'm very happy about that. But 20% coming down feels a hell of a lot different than 20% going up, right? We can all agree to that, right? It feels great to make $1 million a year when you're, not making $1 million before that, but it feels like terrible donkey doo doo if you were making $10 million a year and you just made $1 million this year, right? Perspective. So looking at this, we can put my numbers into a Monte Carlo simulator here. Okay. So my win rate is lower than I want, 46.88%, but that's okay because I have improved my trading plan. My average win, 47.48. You can just throw numbers in here like this, 47.48. Next, you can do your average loss, 28.73 in my case. Now, this has positive expectancy, right? Positive expectancy means on average, I have returned nearly 7%. On every trade that I've ever put on this year, my average return per trade is 7%. Can you say the same? That's actually really great, right? If you have a positive edge, that is the goal. Now, throw this into a Monte Carlo simulator, and what you want to see is the worst case outcome still being positive. Now, this doesn't hit the numbers that I want to see this year. It doesn't. My worst case outcome is still profitable, but only 50,000, right? My average outcome is 257,000, which is great. My max outcome, 483,000. That's awesome, right? The objective here by using the Monte Carlo simulator is to focus in on your worst case number. And like I said, this is not good enough for me. Not good enough for me at all. Because of that, that is what has prompted me to start seeing, okay, where can I make some changes to my trading plan? Which is exactly what you need to be doing as you're starting out. Creating that plan, back testing it, paper trading it, making sure it fits your lifestyle design, and then look at the results here. If the results are positive, if your worst case scenario makes you wildly profitable, then you're ready to graduate from paper to real trading. If your worst case scenario does not make you wildly profitable, and for some people, $48,000 is wildly profitable. For me, that's not good enough. Not even close to good. That's 10 times less than I want to see. So looking at this, I would say I need to make modifications to my plan. Modifications to my plan, right? This the professional investor teaching you invaluable lessons right here. This could make you literally tens of millions of dollars if you understand what I'm talking about here. Now, you've paper traded, you've come up with the plan, you fit your lifestyle design, and then you've figured out a way to make your worst case scenario wildly profitable. At that point, now you're ready to start trading real money. At that point, real money. Now, during this time, this may have been 6, 8, 12 months where you're coming up with this, right? A doctor does not walk into the surgery theater and start working on brain surgery 6, 8, 12 months after he started. No. Bro's got like 16 years of education to go through first. Okay. So you've created your plan, you've back tested it, you've proven you're going to be wildly profitable. Now start trading with one share. Oh, Chris, what are you talking about? I can't wait this long. Okay, first off, in the time that you have been back testing, you probably should have picked up some great books. I'll recommend you 5 books as well. These are my top 5 trading books. Number 1, The Complete Turtle Trader. You need to get this one. Fantastic book. A lot of how I trade is in that book. Number 2, How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market. This is a tremendous book. I love it so much. And I actually am friends with Steve. Steve added commentary to this book to make it even better. Number 3, Trading in the Zone. This is the Trading Psychology Bible. You must get this. Number 4 is not this one. Number 4, this is my number 5. Hang on. Number 4 is Trend Following. If you can get the 2012 version, get it. This is the best $10 I ever spent in my life. Not even close. Best $10 I ever spent in my life. The 2012 version is a lot easier to read than that big old fat one right there. It's the same book, but 3 times as big. And then the best book you should get is New Trader, Rich Trader. This is available for about $10, and you can also get it on Audible. It's a fantastic read. So much of what I do is in this book. In fact, because I know Steve and Holly, that's his wife. And it's funny because a lot of people say, Chris, were you the New Trader and New Trader, Rich Trader? No, he'd written this before I knew him, but there's a lot of similarities. Okay. So during that time, while you're back testing, proving that it works, right? You're reading these books, and then you're also saving money, right? Do not even think you're going to walk in the market with $1,000 and be like, here we go. Let's turn this 1,000 into 1,000,000. Not going to happen. Okay. During that time, I would encourage you to save as much as you humanly can, right? As much as you humanly can. And it's going to be different for everybody, right? $1,000 may be a giant struggle for you to save over the course of a year, but let's break that down. That's like $80 a month. Okay. If you didn't go out to eat a couple times a week, you could come up with $80 over the course of a month. I would encourage you to start with at least 5,000. I started with $5,000.15. How do I know that? Because when I started trading, I found a broker, and the broker needed a $5,000 initial deposit. And I'm like, okay, how can I come up with $5,000 real quick? And I found this old 401k that I never contributed anything to. And it was from an old job. And I was like, I wonder how much is in there. And I cashed it out, and I got the check in the mail. And I believe that there is a higher spirit that calls us to different things. And this very moment was when I was like, okay, this is bigger than me. This is so much bigger than anything I can ever think of, which is also what led me to helping you out here today. I got the check in the mail, and I'll never forget standing in the kitchen, ripping it open, knowing that I needed $5,000 to open the account, and the check was exactly $5,000.15. I was like, I still get goosebumps to this day. Like, I still know that the Lord Jesus looked down upon me and said, you are going to be a trader. And that was the moment that the light bulb clicked for me at that moment. Like, whoa, this is bigger than I know. So my advice is to go through that order and save. If you can get to $5,000 over the course of a year, do that. Don't start with 1,000. The reason being is that you're not going to have enough money to position size correctly. When I say position size correctly, if you have $1,000 and you buy, wait, hang on, let's look at a few names. Let's say you have $1,000 and you buy 1 share of Tesla, which is 305. You buy 1 share of MicroStrategy, which is 414. and you buy 1 share of Palantir, which is 150, you've basically put your entire account in 3 shares. That's it. 3 shares. Okay. You can't do it. It's not going to work. With $5,000, you can at least start to get into the game and position size correctly. Now, I would also at that point start by looking at less expensive stocks. I would have a filter to say nothing more than $40, maybe nothing more than $50, because then you can position size. You can get up to 100, right? 100, 2 times, no, 100. Yeah, you can get up to 100 shares at $50. Because 10 shares would be 500. Yeah, 100 shares. Which will really help you. Don't even think about going into options. Just trade shares and just start with 1 share. 1 share of these. After you've figured out how to trade with 1 share, after you've proven that that plan you created, you can actually do with real money, right? Because the theory is one thing, right? Coming up with the plan is so much fun and grand and exciting. You've saved $5,000. You've read the top 5 trading books, and you've proven with the Monte Carlo that your worst case scenario is going to be wildly profitable. Then you get into the market. The first trade you put on happens to be a loser. You stare at the screen like deer in a headlight. It goes against you. You're losing money day after day. And you're like, that's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to move my stop a little bit. And day after day, you continue to make the same mistake over and over and over. And I know because I did this. You can hear the passion in my voice because I did this. It's okay. I'll give it one more day. It's okay. I'll give it another dollar. It's okay. I'm going to let this play out. It's okay. I love this stock. I'm going to hold it forever. That's eventually where people end up at. Don't do that. Follow the plan. You're going to lose in your first year. Just be ready for it. 90% of traders lose 90% of their accounts in the first 90 days of trading. That is the normal stat across the industry. The way you can avoid that is exactly what I'm telling you. Exactly what I'm telling you. And if you're year one, you can break even. If by the end of year one, you've broken even, which would be better than I did, hellaciously better than I did, you will be in the top 10% of traders. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is a fact. If you can just break even on that $5,000, if on January 1st you have $5,000.15, and on January 1st the next year you have $5,000.15, you have done it right. You are in the top echelon of traders. Then start expanding. All right. So that's my rant. That was a great question. I'm super passionate about it. Super passionate about it, as you can tell.